We have the equation of an ellipse, and I want to sketch a graph and find all the important parts. I can tell that it's an ellipse because x and y are both squared. The two terms are added, and I have my equals 1 over here. So this is a standard equation of an ellipse. Some things to notice right off. The center of this ellipse is 0, 0, because I don't have any kind of constant with either x or y that's going to shift that around. So my center is at the origin. So I have 1 point. That's nice. Next thing to notice, I'm going to determine which way is the long way and which way is the short way. So the long way is the term with the bigger number underneath it. 16 is more than 7, so that tells me my major axis is going to be the x-axis. That tells me it's going to be longer left to right and shorter up to down. All right, so the number underneath the x term here is 16. A is the big one, so that's a squared. If a squared is 16, that tells me a is the square root of 16, which is 4. So from the center, I'm going to go along the major axis a distance of 4, both directions, to get to the vertices. There's a vertex. There's a vertex. X-axis is the major axis, so I'm going left to right. And we just found the vertices. That's good. Those are on our list. So I got 4, 0 and negative 4, 0. The number with the other term, here the y term, is b squared. If b squared is 7, then b is the square root of 7. Don't think too hard about this. 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. The square root of 7 is somewhere in between 2 and 3, and that's sufficient. You don't have to be more exact than that. So I'm going to go from the center along the minor axis, which is the y-axis, up and down a distance of the square root of 7, something between 2 and 3. That's good. There. So my minor axis endpoints I can now identify are 0 positive root 7 and 0 negative root 7. And that's actually enough to draw. I can connect those dots in a nice elliptical shape. No footballs here. Ooh, almost made it all the way to the vertex. There we go. And there's my ellipse. Technically, we don't need the foci in order to draw the picture, but they are on our list of things to find. So let's find the foci. The foci are a distance of c away from the center. And the relationship in an ellipse is a squared equals b squared plus c squared. A is the biggest one. A is bigger than b. A is also bigger than c since the foci are on the inside of the ellipse. So there's the way the Pythagorean relationship goes. Well, a squared I can read off there. A squared is 16. B squared is 7. If I subtract 7 and take a square root, I get a value of 3 for c. So I'm going to go a distance of 3 along the major axis to put the foci. And those points, I got 3, 0 and negative 3, 0 for the foci.